Hello everybody, in this quick video I'm going to show you how to solve equations that have the distributive property in it. So the first thing I'm going to do, like always, going to separate the left side of the equation from the right side of the equation. And you notice on the left side we have this 3 being multiplied by the 2x plus 7. And to expand this out we have to use the distributive property. So that means we multiply the 3 by everything inside the parentheses. So we're going to do the 3 times the 2x, which is 6x, and the 3 times the positive 7, which is positive 21. Bring down the equal sign, bring down the 27, and now it becomes a two-step equation. So my variable is 6x. I'm going to put a box around it, and I'm going to look what's outside the box, the plus 21, and do the opposite of that, which is subtract 21 on both sides. So 21's cancel out on the left. 27 minus 21 is 6. And then I have the 6x on the left-hand side still. And then my final step, I have 6 times x here. So to undo that, I divide by 6. And the 6's on the left cancel out, so we are left with x. And on the right, we have 6 divided by 6, which is 1. For our second problem, we have negative, and then in parentheses, 2k minus 11 equals 7. So there's no number in front of the negative here, but that's not a worry. We can always put a 1 there. And we can always put a 1 if there's nothing in front of a variable or in front of a negative. So with that being said, we're going to do the same exact thing as we did with the last problem. And we're going to multiply the negative 1 by everything in the parentheses. But we're going to do it a little different here. I'm going to show you the area model method. So I'm going to draw a rectangle here. And outside on the left, I'm going to write the number outside the parentheses being multiplied, negative 1. And then on top, I'm going to write the expression inside the parentheses, 2k minus 11. And I'm going to multiply the negative 1 by both of those terms. So negative 1 times 2k. If the signs are different when you're multiplying, the result is always negative. So we have negative 2k. And then for negative 1 times negative 11, signs are the same. When you multiply same signs, it's always positive. So this would be positive 11. And I'm just going to bring this down, negative 2k plus 11. Bring down the equal sign, bring down the 7. And if you notice from the parentheses to what we have now, the signs completely switched. So anything that became negative, or anything that was negative became positive, anything positive became negative. So to finish this off, draw my walls. My variable is negative 2k. I see what's outside of it. That's the plus 11. So we're going to subtract 11 on both sides. The 11's on the left cancel out, so we're left with negative 2k. On the right, we have negative 4 as 7 minus 11. And last up, if we can fit this, divide by negative 2 on both sides. The 2's cancel out, so we're left with k equals negative 4 divided by 2. Negative 4 divided by negative 2, which is positive 2. So k equals 2 for this equation. For the last equation, we have a fraction being multiplied by 4x plus 8. And that's equal to negative 12. So same thing as before, we're going to take 3/4, multiply by everything inside the parentheses. And when we're multiplying fractions, ideally we want both the fractions to be, well, fractions. So I see that the 4x isn't written as a fraction yet, but that's no matter. I can always put that over 1 to make it a fraction. And the same thing with the 8. I can put that over 1 as well to make that into a fraction. So now we can multiply straight across when we're doing the fractions. So we have 3/4 times 4x over 1. So 3 times 4x is 12x. 4 times 1 is 4. So we have 12x over 4 as our first fraction. And for our second one, 3/4 times 8 over 1. So 3 times 8 is 24. 4 times 1 is 4. And that's equal to negative 12. Now, the nice thing is we can divide the 12x and the 4 evenly. 12 divided by 4 is 3. So we can just write that as 3x. And then the 24 divided by 4 is really just 6. So we can write that, and then equal to negative 12. And now we can solve this equation like we have been doing before, the 2 steps. So draw my walls again. Box the 3x. Outside the 3x is a plus 6. The opposite of plus 6 is minus 6. So we'll do that on both sides. The 6's cancel out on the left. Negative 12 minus 6 is negative 18. Bring down the 3x. And our last step, since we have 3 times x, we're going to divide by 3 to cancel the 3's out. So we're left with x, and negative 18 divided by 3 is negative 6. So the answer to this equation is x equals negative 6.